So you're doing a great job with the podcast. You're getting people engaged, getting people more interested in history, our history. So how do you see yourself getting more involved in Haiti and the community?
I see myself be a greater influence. It will be for children, like I talk about, even for youth, even for the farmers. And the reason I kept talking about farmers because on my mom's side, she's from Latibonite. When I have a chance to go to Leicester, which is one city in Latibonite, and see them like growing the rice and everything. I think really farmers need to know someone is looking, is listening to them and to their things and everything. And I'm not saying that I'm gonna be the one just have them and everything, but I think there are other people, and that's part of the podcast is us. It's we together, Haitians from different backgrounds, in Haiti or international, professional or not, like people together. Think, what? I want to be a greater influence in people's lives, and they can either do that politically, they can either do that in private business, they can either do that in school. I think about teacher will play a great role in making Haiti what it used to be, or in making Haiti that new Haiti we see. And I hope the podcast be the conduit of it. I hope the podcast is a tool that people will use to be more engaged, to be more informed, and to be empowered and inspired, empowered also, and be more motivated. So that's really how I hope to be more engaged through the podcast.
And now that we've talked about our generation and past generations, I want to talk about the future generations. I know you have a son. How old is he?
I think it's 17 months.
And what's the biggest lesson about Haiti that you want to teach him, or the most important thing about being Haitian that you want him to know?
It's a lot, but one thing I think of is identity. Knowing that definitely when he's growing up now in America, as a black man in this country, but I want him to know and value his background, as Haitian. He's Haitian American, but I want him to know that. I think that's gonna play a huge role in whoever you become, is to know and have that strong concept of who you are, and for him to not shy away from. And that's what I really hope for him to gain, and even when I'm doing the show or preparing for the show, if I can teach him something while I'm doing it, so at least we'll know who he is and to have that identity as Haitian.
That's awesome. And do you, follow-up question to that, do you feel like sometimes there's often a disconnect between people, Haitian Americans who are born here versus Haitians back home?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. And I think that's really the other part, and the show called Impact the Outcome, but my goal is to reconnect Haitian millennial, either here in the US or any other place.
She is delivering something different. What do we do?
Because
we collide and make something great. What's so hard about that? She has the gift, I have the gift, and it's in the same field, and we're not even
in exile or for violence. And they want to disconnect from the country because they had that bad experience. And some parents don't, either they always talk bad about Haiti, or they say what they use Haiti as a weapon. If the kid is doing something bad, I'm sending you back to Haiti. So in a sense, the kid himself or herself just grew up thinking Haiti is something that it's repugnant. It's something that I need to stay away from. So that's one thing that's create that disconnection. Another thing that create disconnection is the person was never exposed to the culture. They grew up in America or they grew up somewhere else. That's what they know. And then they don't care. Some of them don't care to learn about the other things. That's what they have, and it's good for them. And then they create that split. You, in a sense, you don't care about something, and that's really why I don't talk about impact the outcome as, hey, all Haitians, Americans or Haitians, millennial, you need to care about Haiti. Let's go to Haiti and change the country. I take it in a different way. I said, what? Think of Haiti as a place for you to go for vacation. Think of Haiti as a place, and they are a place for you to have good time and go for a vacation. Because I truly believe if you go to Haiti the first time, the second time, the third time, there will be a connection there. I know you're gonna go for vacation, but maybe something that you saw kept you. It was intrigued, and by you going back for vacation, that you will rekindle that passion or that connection of Haiti, and then by you having that reconnection, you're gonna say, what? I'm going for vacation, but why don't I open a business, or why don't I do Haiti, see it as an extension of business? I don't have to stay in Haiti, but I can open a business in Haiti. Or why don't I open a school? Or why don't I open a clinic? So you see, it's different here. First, you don't go to Haiti to do it, because in your mind, there's no connection. It's just like you are going as a business person. So you don't really care about even the employee that works for you. But if you go as someone who is having a good time and vacations, and it's more about you caring for the country. So you are making a move because you care, and that's really what I want people to do. And when I look at the disconnection, it's tough. And definitely as someone that was born in good Haiti, I don't preach that I know the American culture. I don't. That's why I bring Haitian millennial having those conversations who grew up in the culture, and then they can give me that other part, of why Haitians are disconnected to Haiti and why they should be connected.
I do like the idea that bringing both sides together, because there are, like when you're Haitian American or even just Haitians abroad, all these other things, which aren't always true. So what are some tips that you would give to people who kind of feel like they're on the outside? How do they stay engaged? Like if they're landing in Haiti today, like how do they navigate? What are some tips you would give them?
You're saying about if someone just for the first time is going to Haiti?
Yes.
I would say like any other place, just like when I go on a trip within the US, when I like most likely for a conference or training, they say, what, be careful. Be careful in the place, and you can have your good time, but just be aware of your surrounding. I would say that to them, and because I don't want people to know that I am preaching a Haiti that great and security is good. There are some insecurity. Just be careful. That one thing. And second is go. If you're a Haitian American or if you have Haitian background, go as someone who's coming home. Don't go as a tourist, because when you go where the tourists go, you have a very incomplete picture of Haiti. It's just walk the local market. Just if you can buy something or listen to people's conversation while they are selling and everything, or even when you are going to the museum, just try to ask questions to know that why this was done or why that event happened. Even just don't look for the fancy places to go to eat. Just go to the person that's selling right on the street, sit with the person and eat, like, because it's and if you do that, you will have a great time. Go as someone who's coming home, because it's your home. It's really your home. Haiti is open to everyone.
So everyone's gonna go to Haiti now. We're all gonna get a group of us together.
Definitely, and I always invite people, even if you're not Haitian, just come and I really hope with the podcast really do it. I really hope it helps.